Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum dear students. Hope you all are fine and enjoying a very good health. It's your math class and we are learning Cambridge Checkpoints Math. And as we have started chapter number 8, so our today's topic is square and square root. In our today's lecture, we will discuss about the relation between perfect square and square roots and how we can find square and square roots. So let's move towards our topic. We are talking about what is a square root and perfect square. We are going to start our discussion by looking at the rectangle, and this rectangle has a width of 4 units and length of 8 units. Now, as in term of area, the width of 4, think of balanced 4 equal side units along the width, and by the length we have 8 equal side units along the length. Now we have some squares that makes up the inside area of the figure. As we know that length times width, that is 4 times 8 makes 32. So we can say that 32 is the perfect square of this figure. Now let's see what will happen if we will cut this rectangle into half. Now instead of being 4 by 8 rectangle, it's 4 by 4, which makes a square. And the area of this square will be 16, as we have 16 square units. And we can say that 16 is a perfect square, or 4 is a square root of 16, as 4 times 4, 4 into 4, or a 4 square makes 16. We can think this relationship every time we think about perfect squares. For example, if I will make it into half. Instead of 4, I will write 8. So I have to make some small boxes inside this, and it will make 64 small boxes, or 65 square units. And we also know that 8 times 8 is equal to 64, and 64 is a perfect square, and the square root of 64 is 8, as I multiply 8 into 8. What we have learned is that perfect square is a number that can be made by multiplying a whole number by itself, and we know that whole number starts from 0, 1, 2, 3 and goes on and on. Now we can revisit our perfect square that was 4 by 4 and 8 by 8. So we know that 4 times 4 is equal to 16, or we can say that 4 square. Clear? And a 4 is a whole number. And 8 times 8 is equal to 64, or we can say that 8 square. This is also a whole number. And if I want to take the under root or square root of 16, I will have 4. And if I want to square root of 64, I will have 8. 4 and 8 both are the whole number. Now you have understand the relationship of perfect square and a square root. Now let's explore this relationship a little bit more about, let's in an example of perfect square of 25 and a non-perfect square, that is 30. We know that 25 is a perfect square because 5 times 5, or a 5 square, makes 25, and under root of 25 is equal to 5, and a 5 is a whole number, as told in definition. And when we talk about 30, and if we want to square root of 30, it will be approximately 5.48. That is not a whole number. Now we know that 25 and 30 are very close to each other, and if we think about these numbers in terms of area, so we know that 5 times 5 makes 25. And if we will take this area of 25 and try to fix it in on 30, so we will see that some small or orange or some small area or a part of 30 left over, which does requires about a quarter of a square from where a decimals come from. That's it, because it does not make a whole, one whole square. That's why we have it in decimal. And this is the reason that 30 is not a perfect square. Now let's visually explore some of the common perfect squares and their relationship with square roots too. For example, we know 1 times 1, or a 1 square, is equal to 1. 2 times 2 or a 2 squares is equal to 4. 3 square or a 3 times 3 is equal to 9. 4 times 4 makes 16 or a 4 square. 5 square or a 5 times 5 is equal to 25. 6 times 6 is equal to 36. You can see I am multiplying the whole number with itself. Same as 7 into 7 is equal to 49. And 8 times 8 is equal to 64, and 9 times 9 is equal to 81. These all are the perfect square because I am multiplying a whole number by itself. But if I want to find the square root of any number, so what I will do is, for example 4, I want to square root of 4, it's 2, square root of 9 will be 3, square root of 16 will be 4. And the opposite operation, if I will take the square of all these whole number, like 1 square, it will be 1, 2 square will be 4, 3 square will be 9, and so on and on. I think you got this concept and you can do your related question from your book and workbook. Thank you so much. Have a very good day. Allah Hafiz.